Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's tutorial. In today's tutorial, we'll be creating form widgets. Widgets that's the basic widgets which are used to create forms in Flutter. When I say form, I mean something like your login form, your sign up form, your remember password form, and the rest of them. It's also used in places like dashboard, settings, and the likes. So we'll be creating 5 of them this morning, and then um, I'll try as much as possible to keep the videos short so you don't have to spend a lot of time watching them. So I've cleaned up, I've built my application or built my project, created my project rather, and cleaned the boilerplates, which are the green line comments which you see when you create a new page. And this is what I have here currently on my main page. And I've also cleaned some of the code in the build widget build page. So we start by creating our scaffold. Scaffold is the first thing we create. We say return scaffold, and we put semicolon to that. So I'll quickly run my application so I can be refreshing and you'll be seeing the result. So I do flutter run, and while it's building, let's continue to while it's compiling, let's continue to build. So the first thing, flutter is made up of scaffold has two major visible components, which are the app bar and the body of the whole widget. So first of all, we do app bar, and then app bar. This will put an app bar at the top of our application here, and we also have what we call body. So the body will be okay. Let me put a container in the body for now. Oh no, let me put a single child scroll view. This will allow us to scroll. Single child scroll view. So with that, I can now say, this getting in front of it. I can now say the child for single child scroll view. Remember, I said that column allows you to put 2 or more things in it, while container and expanded allows you to put only one thing inside. So for here we have colon, and we have children colon. Then inside the colon we have let me quickly do this. Okay, inside our column we have children, and then this way we'll be adding each and every one of our widget which we'll be creating, and that's just to make it. I will be creating creating our widgets on a vertical space from top to bottom. So the first thing we want to add is a text field. A text field. So we add a text field, and this is our text field. So the second thing which we'll be creating is a button. We can call it raised button or elevated button, but the raise button has been depreciated. That's why you are seeing this strike through in this place. So we use elevated button, but if you use the raise button, it will still work. Only that it might not work in future versions of Flutter. It's been depreciated already. So these are the two required components which we must put for our button to appear and for it to cancel out any errors. So the child we are going to put here, we're going to make use of text and icon together. Text widgets. Text widget is what will appear on the button. So I call it button 1. And the next one we will use is an icon. But now we have our button, the first button. So let me space it out so you able to see what I am doing. So currently it should load in here. Not enough space, so it's going to uninstall the previous one I have installed and then try to install this new build in this place. So far we have scaffold, which defines the boundary of our screen. We have the app bar, which has nothing currently. We'll still come back to that. Then we have our body, which we use a single child scroll view. What it means that as we are creating and the length of what we are creating goes beyond the screen, we can be able to scroll it using the single child scroll view for it. So let's wait for it to come up and see what we've created so far. Okay, I think this is so. The second thing I will be creating is an elevated button, which we have an icon instead of the text. So elevated button, I put the onPress function, onPress, and for now I'll keep it empty. So far it has been we've been able to compile the first one we've built, and then the second thing is to add a child to it, and this child will be an icon. And icons dot what do I put? Let's do add a plus button will be there. So on this, okay, still activating. Why is it activating the tools? We need to refresh so we can be able to see. So right here, everything you are seeing here is our scaffold. This is our app bar, and this is our body. So whatever we are adding now will be appearing on the body. This app bar is still empty, so that's why you are not seeing anything here. But we can still add something like title, prefix icon, and action button. The action button appears on the right hand side and they are aligned horizontally, except you use something like a column to align it vertically, depending on what. So I refresh, I perform a quick hot reload for me to be able to see what I've built. So these are the two things I've added so far: a text field. So this text field should be able to pull up okay, it pulled up this for me. So this is a button which I call button 1, remember. Then this is button 2, which I did add. Now if I say something like lock and refresh, you should be able to see it as well. It will show a padlock here. So I can use icons instead of the normal thing that I use. So we have another element container. Why I'm adding container to this is because container is usually used to beautify any widget within it. So on its own, container doesn't show. It's not visible when you put it like this. It's not visible at all. So you have to start adding height, width, and style to it. So currently there's a container here, but we cannot see it. So let's go ahead and put a color to this container, and then colors.red, and then we refresh again just to be seeing the process of what we are doing. So right now you can't still see it because it doesn't have a height yet, and we put height of 100 and then width of 100, width 100. So right now if I refresh or reload this, it should appear here. Okay, you can see my container. Now if I say the width should be 500, it will increase in size on the width direction. So you see, so I can now add anything I want. I can copy this, copy, and add it to this. But don't forget to specify that this is a child item. So I can add this. I can add this. So with this now, this icon button will appear inside of this container. So why it appears blue is because it fills all the whole space in the container. It's acquiring all the whole space. So let's say we add something like padding to it, and then h insert dot I want to add to all the sides, h insert dot all, and I put something, let's put 20 and see what happens. So now it will have red around it, you can see. So red is the background of the container, while the blue is this button which we just added. And another thing we are going to add, which is circular avatar. The circular avatar is like a placeholder for your images. So we add circular avatar, and just as it's defined like this, it will still appear. I reload. And this is it here. So there's what we call sized box, and there's what we call padding. Padding is used to add, if I wrap this in padding, it will add a space between the top, left, right, and the down widget, depending on what you specify. Okay, let me wrap a widget around, a padding widget around this. I click on this and click on Control full stop and wrap with padding. So it puts padding and specify the padding. This is all. This all now is something like let me specify 10. So it will put padding, padding at the top of this place, at the left hand side, right, and below it, and the space will be 10. So let's rerun this, and we have you can see it here. You can see it here. It's wrapped with padding. You can also wrap it with a sized box, and a sized box. If I don't want to do this, add padding to this, I can undo all this, and let me rerun. If I want to add only space to the top, right now it's back. So at the top of this widget, which is circular avatar, I can do sized box and specify the height of the size box, since I want to add space here. So the size box will be there, but it will not be visible, and it will just occupy the space specified. So I want to add, let's say 30. So you see the difference. I put my comma here, and then I now rerun or reload. It adds the space for me here. So these are the basic things which you do, the basic widgets which we use. So right now I want to style this. So what do? I want to use a property called decoration to decorate this now. So I come back to my text field. This is my text field here, but it's not looking nice at all. So I come back to my text field and put decoration. I now specify input decoration. I now specify input decoration. And all right, for me to know what to do with this input decoration, I put my cursor here. It will tell me that what decorations can I add to this. What decorations? I can decorate it using an icon, a label. The label is actually okay. Let's just put the label test and see what it appears like. Label tests. So the label test, I put hello world and close it up here, and then I refresh this guy. So the label should appear here. This is a label telling me what to do, what I'm expected to put inside of this place. And also, let me quickly import something from what I was building before. Label test, label test, label test. I'm looking for something, just a minute. Okay, it should be somewhere here. Oh, okay. Let me just copy this style here and quickly paste it in this place, and let's see what it looks like. Sorry, I'll quickly paste it in this decoration field. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, this is for test form field. Let's quickly change this to test form field and see. Oh, it didn't change that. So I guess this is a custom decoration. So let's see other things which we can do with our test field here. There's no much thing here. So with this test field, let me wrap it in control full stop. Let me wrap it in a padding and assign 14 to it. So here now, let me refresh this. I want to use another set of widgets. This is it here now. So let me add another widget called test form field. So I want to see the difference between this test field and test form field here. So I refresh this. It adds another test field for me here. So I put my cursor here and I want to see what I can do with this. Well, I have the test editing controller, which is what picks your tests. That we will not talk about that now till later. And then let me go into my decoration here. So here I have tests. I'm sorry, not tests. Input decoration. So with this input decoration, let's see what we have. I have input decoration, and under input decoration, what do I have? I have the widgets. What I'm looking for is how to put a border around this, a border around this. Let me quickly check on something. Okay, so for our text form field, to put a border around it, just like we put a border around this place, we can do that using a container. We wrap this inside a container by pressing Control full stop and selecting container. So there is a container around this, and this container now, I will style this container by adding decorations to it. So I say decoration box decoration, and for my box decoration, I have the background color which I want it to have, and but for now, let's just say border. I'm looking for border to put a border around it. So I say border, and then border radius dot. I want a circular border radius, and I want the radius to be 10. So the border radius. All right. For now, my system just froze, and I'll have to stop here. And in our next tutorial, we will be able to create other widgets. I'll show you how to create other widgets. But for now, just a quick glance on this code. This is what it looks like here. You can have this, test it, and then see what it looks like. Thank you.